What if we've been thinking about financial automation all wrong? What if it's not about replacing people, but about, well, unleashing their expertise? Today, we're going to dive into a new way of thinking, an architecture for what we could call frictionless finance.
So let's get right to the heart of it. The big problem in modern finance, it's not about intelligence. It's not that people aren't smart enough or aren't working hard enough. No, the real enemy, the thing that grinds everything to a halt, is friction. It's that grit in the gears that just creates so much extra work.
All right, so let's talk about what this friction actually is. And I bet this sounds familiar, right? This friction is the stuff you deal with every single day. We're talking about messy data, just a complete nightmare to sort through. It's those delayed closes where you're scrambling because you can't finalize the books. It's inconsistent classifications that make no sense. And maybe worst of all, it's that feeling that the very systems that are supposed to help you are actually fighting you tooth and nail every single step of the way.
And for decades, what was the industry's answer to all this? Well, it was just add more. More rules, more dashboards, more complexity. We just piled it on, hoping it would fix things. But it never really got to the root of the problem, did it? Because the software itself just wasn't built to handle the gray areas, It didn't respect uncertainty, and it sure didn't respect human judgment.
So that brings us to a new guiding principle. And here's the big idea, the core philosophy. Automation should prepare decisions, not make them. This is absolutely key. The goal is not to build some AI that thinks for you. No way. The goal is to build a system that does all the tedious, boring prep work tirelessly so that you can step in and apply your expertise right where it's needed most.
Okay, let's break this down. The old way, its goal was to replace your judgment. It tried to pretend it was human. But the new way, it's all about respecting your judgment. The approach is totally different. It acts like a super competent junior analyst. Think about that. It does all the legwork, it flags anything it's not sure about, and then it presents everything to you, neatly, for your final review. It's a partner, not a replacement.
All right, so this raises a big question. How is certainty managed?
So here's the secret sauce. It's not about the system trying to be perfect. It's about being totally honest about how confident it is. So think of it like this. Every piece of data gets a confidence score. If the confidence is high, great. It gets prepped automatically. If the confidence is just medium, okay, that gets flagged for a human to review, you. And if the confidence is low, it's a hard stop. It gets escalated directly to you. The key is nothing gets pushed through without you knowing about it.
Now this is where things get really interesting. When you step in to make a correction, something different happens. See, a correction doesn't just overwrite history. In this system, it actually becomes part of it.
The process is simple but so powerful. First, the system's original classification is recorded. It's there, forever. Then your correction is recorded right alongside it. And finally, the rationale, the why, is preserved. What you get is this incredible, traceable story of how the truth was refined over time. The system doesn't just get fixed in that one instance, it's actually learning from your expertise.
So what does this all mean? It means we get automation that truly respects judgment.
And this completely changes your job. Your focus shifts big time. You go from cleaning data to reviewing intent. You stop hunting for errors and start supervising certainty. You're no longer just reacting to stuff that happened in the past. Instead, you're freed up to actually advise on the future. It's a total game changer for your role.
And what does this do for risk? Well, your risk posture improves dramatically. Think about it. Every single decision is auditable. Every single bit of uncertainty is made visible. It's not swept under the rug. And every action is attributable. You know exactly who or what did something. There's no ambiguity. You're just operating with way fewer blind spots.
When you put all this together, you realize it's more than just a new piece of software. It's really a whole new human-machine contract.
And the terms of this contract are really clear. The machines, their job is to handle the sheer volume of work. The humans, well, you retain the authority. You have the final say. And the system itself, its core promise, its responsibility is to never hide uncertainty. This is how you get rid of that friction we talked about, but without giving up an ounce of control or responsibility.
So, this all leaves us with one last big question. We all know that finance is built on trust, right? So, by creating a system that actually respects our expertise, that makes every uncertainty visible, and that keeps a perfect record, well, is this how automation finally earns our trust?